You know, if most of you can remember, growing up, we had this issue in our schools where if you found speaking your mother tongue, you would be punished. And this is a problem because now we have a generation, an entire generation. In fact, majority of the Gen Zs cannot speak their mother tongues. They cannot speak their tribal dialects. Why? Because of this stupid thing. And it goes as far as even in most of your homes, most of you are being spoken to in maybe English, because the whole idea at the time was you need to be fluent in these international languages because the world communicates in them so much, so as to give you a global shot, at going to whatever country you want to go and making business deals or whatever, the reason that they were giving. But I call bullshit on all that. And you know why? Because the human brain has the capacity to understand multiple languages. Some even go as far as learning 10 languages fluently. So you cannot come and tell me that your mind has a memory bank for only, say, one or two languages at max. No. The real issue here is the colonizer came and he indoctrinated us way too much, way so much that we actually ended up hating our own identities. That's the main reason. Because, for instance, I'm going to give an example with Kenya. We are 66 years, I think, since we got independence. And I don't know, 60 something, I might be wrong. But even then, you'd have thought that maybe because we've gained our own independence, we can do things our own way. Maybe we can even have our own curriculum that's even tailor-made to have, our books being written in certain languages so that we can understand our own identity and own it properly. Because if you see nations like China, nations like Japan, all these other places, India, and all the tribes they have in India, they don't necessarily consider English a priority. They teach it as a second language. But when you come in Kenya, and most of Africa, might I say, the colonizer's language is the first priority. And it's the one that is given priority so much that it's done at the compromise of your tribal native identity. And the problem I have with that is I am not one for correcting God. And God was not a fool. He was not an idiot when he decided, you know what, Mr. Challenging the Mainstream, you're going to be born a Kikuyu man. And that Kikuyu identity, you shall own it. He was not a stupid person when he decided that. So, for me to decide that I'm going to adopt the Westerners' way of speaking so much, and I know I'm speaking in English, but it's because I want to appeal to a majority of the audience so that you can understand the message. But the point is, God was not a fool when he placed you wherever he placed you. And the identity he gave you, you're supposed to own it, love it, and make something out of it. In fact, dare I say, if I was a minister for, say, tourism,